Greetings, my fellow expressions of consciousness. Welcome to the Spiritual Awakening Show with Tiger.
Yes, greetings everybody. Welcome to my show. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart that you chose to be here right now. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with my voice. Or if you're watching the video, with the image of me. Interesting that I said you chose to be here. It's interesting because today's topic is about cause and effect. I've spoken about cause and effect in my courses, on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. But every time we talk about a particular subject that we've spoken about before, we are always more able to come at it at a slightly different angle. Because every single moment is absolutely brand new. So, my premise is that cause and effect does not exist. It actually doesn't exist. So if you're new to my notions on cause and effect, you now have an understanding of how other in thought I may be to many other people you've listened to, or maybe yourself, or maybe you actually have come to this seeing too, that cause and effect does not exist. For something to exist, it has to stand out from its background, to truly exist in the most literal sense, to stand out from. For example, green does not exist outside of the leaf. It is the leaf. You can't separate the green. It can change, of course, to brown, but the color itself did not leave the leaf. You will not see green by itself without an object that it is so-called coloring in. There are no such things as an actual color shop where you just buy color. You buy colored things, paints, crayons, paper. Not color in and of itself in the most strictest literal sense. By itself, color. If you do know a shop like that, then let me know. Color does not exist by itself. Color is a thing, and things make bigger things. So a blue particle color, there can be many blue particle colors to make blue paint, etc., etc. So cause and effect does not exist as a thing by itself. In the same way, cause and effect suggests a thing, an object, a person caused another thing to happen, as we know. It made it happen. Now, I'm not going to come from the perspective that you may be thinking I'm going to come from, which would be to say everything influences your decisions. So from that perspective, there's never really a causer, because, for example, you can't control the sun, but the sun can make you wear a hat. You can feel like you chose to wear the hat, but the sun shining so bright almost forced you to wear a hat. at minimum gave you a choice to wear something that covers your eyes a bit or not. Where if it wasn't shining so bright, you wouldn't have had that choice. It wouldn't have made sense to block your eyes from the sun rays if the sun rays are not out. So did you cause your choice to wear a hat, or did the sun cause it? And then you can go back further. Oh, but did the clouds cause it? Because the clouds moved to allow the sunshine to come through, etc., etc. So was it the rain, the water? You understand the point? But I'm not going to come from that perspective, although that's true. Of course, we are all influenced to certain degrees by each other, other things. But we're going deeper than that. Because we have to go to the ultimate causer. For there to be an actual causer, that causer would have to be unattached, untangled, separate in every way from that which is being caused, or distinct from that which is being caused, seemingly being caused. There's only one thing that isn't really a thing that is distinct from every single moment. Consciousness. Consciousness isn't caused. When I say consciousness, I don't mean your thoughts and your mind, although they are substances of consciousness. I mean the actual awareness of the moment. It's so distinct from your body that you can't touch it, find it with your body. It's so distinct with your mind that you can't touch it, find it, perceive it with your mind. It's always distinct from the moment. If it's always distinct from the moment, including your body, then even your body cannot manipulate it. Even your body is not before it. Even your body is an aspect of it as opposed to the other way around. You feel like you have awareness in your body, but no. Your body is within awareness. Are you not aware of your body right now? Of course you are. Now, can you find that awareness with your body? No. But can the awareness find, so to speak, your body? Of course, it's instant. That awareness, another word for it, pure consciousness, is the only uncaused reality. As it itself is uncaused, as it itself is not an object that does things, it doesn't really cause anything either. Try not to confuse consciousness with the thinking mind, the doing mind, the imaginative mind. The I'm going to do this today, mind. The I don't want to do this today, mind. Not that mind, not that guy. Consciousness is chilling. It doesn't cause, it just is. Every single moment is a still moment from the perspective of pure consciousness. It's only the mind that makes it seem as though movement is real. It's only the mind that makes it seem as though the passage of time is real. But notice, you cannot stretch out a moment. Notice you cannot stretch out now. Notice you cannot stretch time. You cannot manipulate it in any way. Why? Because it's non-existent. There's only now. There's only what we call now. There is nothing to move. There's nothing to change. It just seems as though things are moving when we are using the mind that flickers. One thought, next thought, one thought, next thought. And that's hard to grasp for the mind, of course, for yourself. The idea that every single moment is completely brand new, detached from the so-called previous moment. There simply is no previous moment. Notice you can only think of it. Why is that? Because you have to imagine it. It's not a thing. You have to imagine it. Oh, but it's because time went. It's in my memory now. You might say. But that thought too happened so-called now. There's no difference with thinking of the so-called past and thinking of the so-called future. Both happen in the mind. It's just the past feels more real, as it should do, for us to experience continuity. We need to experience it. But in and of itself, truth of the universe, knowledge, there is actually only this moment. If the moment actually did move through time, if that was true, then for one, that means we could measure a moment. And as we all know, we cannot. It's completely subjective. It would also still suggest, still point out what I was saying earlier, that the consciousness, awareness of the moment would have to be distinct from it to allow for the moment to flow, which is what is actually happening. Because what is flowing is our minds, our ideas of flow, our ideas of continuity. That's what's flowing seamlessly, which is beautiful. We need to perceive as though we are perceiving seamlessly, of course. We cannot have glitches in our matrix. That wouldn't be a fun way to live. Alas, if one wants to know the deep truth of the universe, the simple truth is, one of the simple truths is, there is only so-called now. There's only so-called the moment. Everything is actually still. I know it doesn't seem like it, but everything is still. Nothing is moving. There were just thoughts in your mind of movement.